Now, people that like Kendrick hate Drake.
Yeah.
No matter what he makes, no matter what he says, and it goes far too. It's like attack on his character and his thing, and it's like, I don't know if I love that.
What is your relationship with Cole like these days?
Obviously, there's things behind the scenes with Drake.
I had a whole video planned. I wasn't expecting for Jay-Z to be out here talking about Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole, but let's get into it. So your boy Hove, he did an interview with GQ, and here's what he had to say first about the battle between Drake and Kendrick.
It was part of probably the genre's biggest rap beef.
Well, until now.
As a spectator, What did you think of the 2024 back and forth between him and Drake?
I'm gonna have an answer you're not gonna like.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna like that. That's presumptuous. In this day and age, it's so much negative stuff that comes with it that you almost wish it didn't happen.
Really?
Yeah, because it's almost like it's a final thing. Now, people that like Kendrick hate Drake.
Yeah.
No matter what he makes, no matter what he says, and it goes far too. It's like attack on his character and his thing, and it's like, I don't know if I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's helpful to our growth where the fallout lands, especially on on social media, which takes place every day.
Yeah.
And now you have these pods of cult.
The Stan armies fighting.
Yeah, and it's like, it's too far.
Yeah.
It's like bringing kids in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't like that. Maybe I've grown in a space that is probably, I sound like the old guy wagging the thing. But I think we can achieve the same thing as far as like sparring with music, with collaborations more so than breaking the whole thing apart.
Yeah.
It could stand it before because there was no social media and there was no thing, and you had the battle and it was fun and then you moved on.
Right.
Right now, I don't know if it could stand it with the technology that we have.
Because it takes up so much oxygen.
It takes up so much oxygen.
Yeah.
And now it's just like every day they're just trying
they're
to
still talking about it.
It's not just talking about it. Not like, yo, this song, I like this.
Yeah.
No, it's like trying to tear down the people's life.
Yeah.
It's like trying to, wreck this guy's marriage or this guy's relationship with his child. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth it at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Again, I love the idea that we got so much music in such a short period of time.
Great music.
Just everything around it was just like, man, it's like taking us a couple steps back.
Yeah.
And we just grown so much that I don't know if, I guess I'm gonna say it, I don't know if battling needs to be part of the culture anymore.
Interesting.
I hate that I have this point of view. I do, because I know what it sounds like. I know what it feels like. I hate it. It's just how I feel about it.
Well, it even kind of extended to you, right? Because people made it a personal thing that you chose Kendrick for the Super Bowl. It's like, oh man, he's choosing the side and he's and he's not.
Like I don't have, what do I have to do with that? I chose the guy that was having a monster year. I think it was the right choice.
Word.
It wasn't in some sort of alliance to a battle. I don't.
Yeah.
What I care about them two guys battling, like, what's that got to do with me?
Word.
Have at it. Have fun. It's almost like, not just me, by the way. They drag everybody in it. Like, everyone's part of this conspiracy to undermine Drake, I guess. But like, what the fuck? Like, what? I'm fucking Jay-Z. or due respect to him. I'm fucking Hove. Do respectfully.
Word.
Like, for what? To what end?
Yeah.
It couldn't be that these guys just don't like each other.
Yeah.
And I think they haven't liked each other for a long time.
Before you had anything to do with it.
For a while.
Yeah.
I think this has been brewing, just like me and Nas was brewing.
Yeah.
It didn't happen at the Summer Jam. That happened, the Lex and TV sets, the minimum, whatever. It was a whole bunch of stuff leading up to that point.
Myth Bleak, what is the Myth Bleak slugs in your hat, right?
It was slugs in your hat. It was a bunch of like little things that led up to that point. And then when it happened, I actually regret that because I really like Nas. He's a really nice guy.
All right, man. Now, look, he also talked about his little back and forth with J. Cole, and we're going to get to that in a second. But I want to address a few things he said real quick. Number one, I just love the fact that Hove is still saying, I'm Hove, I'm Jay-Z. I love that. I love that, bro. I'm glad that all of that money hasn't, taken away that old Rockefeller cocky spirit that him and Dame made so, I want to say prevalent throughout the industry, right? I think a lot of people looked at Jay and Dame and Rockefeller rappers like they were rock stars, and you can throw all the other artists in there too. So I love that he said that, like, hey, I don't care about their little back and forth. I picked Kendrick because he was having a monster year. And I think everybody in the space said that. I think a lot of people who tried to make it this thing about, oh, Jay and Drake got this issue. They've had their issues in the past, but they moved past it. We saw Jay-Z on his albums after the fact. He was on Certified Lover Boy too, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go check that. Yeah, he was Love All. That was one of the best songs on that album. And I think a lot of people have to remember that, like Jay-Z said in the past, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. And I know that's so corny, but my whole thing is that whole situation with the Super Bowl, that's him in collaboration with his business and the money that he's making with the NFL. I don't think any of that was personal. But let's get to the real meat and the potatoes of what he said, which is he feels like the space is past battling. And I think this is something that somebody his age should say, okay? And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I agree because of my age. And I think he also said what I'm about to say too. I think it's just we in a time where, like he said, people can't move past it. Every day I'm on this channel, it don't matter how many videos that I've made about Kendrick Lamar, supporting Kendrick, no matter how many times I've criticized Drake. If I say anything that y'all don't like about Kendrick, I picked a side. It's like you have to pick a side. I think J. Cole said this yesterday in his Cameron interview. It's like politics. You either Republican or Democrat. That's how y'all feel about this. And that's why I think we might need to just let it go. Because a lot of y'all are too immature for battles. Y'all too childish. A lot of y'all, for some reason, like to pretend like y'all don't like the other artists. Y'all grew up with Drake. Y'all gonna tell me a couple months just made y'all stop effing with Drake? That says something about you. And vice versa. Now all of a sudden, you got these Drake meat riders. Oh, Kendrick's music is trash. Childish, bro. And somebody gotta call it what it is. It's a bunch of adults acting like little kids. I'll even tell y'all how far this went, and I don't wanna rant too long. I had a guy come over to my house to fix my internet. And this dude, for the entire time while he was fixing my internet connection, was talking about Drake and Kendrick. And he was just crapping on Drake. He was like, oh, Drake can't even rap. I don't know why they let him in the industry. But I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, where is the professionalism? like he just came in the crib and he pulled up blasting a Kendrick song. I forgot what he was playing, but he was blasting it. And I was like, yeah, I mess with Kendrick. I like that song. I said the song by name, and then he just went off for like an hour. He even told me to come outside and follow him while he was fixing my connection. I can't make this up, bro. I don't want to say what cable company he worked for, but it was wild. It was wild. I kind of agree with Jay on that topic as well. I think we might be past battling because unfortunately it seems like fans just can't let it go. You could say, well, never, you a part of the problem. You making this video right now. But I'm only making this video because I know it's something that y'all still care about. If it wasn't relevant to y'all, I wouldn't make the video. I'm not the guy out here making 50 million 50 Cent videos. I'm not making 50 million 50 Cent versus Job video. Like, y'all know all the stuff these other people be posting. Y'all look at my channel, I don't even post that much no more. I just post about stuff I think y'all want to watch. That's how I judge my content. So let's see what Jay had to say about his relationship with J. Cole, because a lot of people have been thinking, you know, maybe it's an issue between Jay and Cole. So let's check that out. Hey, nigga, donate. Hit the super chat. Scan the PayPal. Hit the Cash App. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
What is your relationship with Cole like these days?
Obviously, there's things behind the scenes with, you know, like you know, audits and shit like that gets complicated.
Yeah.
But I think given a chance to prove that you're above board is an opportunity.
Word.
So I don't have any negative feelings for him. I'm actually super proud of him and what he's done.
It sounds like you're still, like, when you came in, we were talking about the mixtape, like you're still engaging with the work as a fan too.
Yeah, Clue sent it to me actually.
Oh, word?
Clue, not Cole.
Yeah.
He sent it to me because he's proud, right?
Yeah.
Think about Clue, like he have like a resurgence behind it.
Yeah. I want to go back to.
All right, so he talked about Cole very quickly, and to me, that also says it might be a little bit of an issue. He gave the Jay-Z proper answer. Hey, I love to see him grow, but he still gave us a bit of a hint enough for us to say, oh, it got to be an issue, because he's saying, hey, it's stuff that's going on behind the scenes. Of course, I don't know, almost like he was alluding to it's obviously a discrepancy. Some people felt like J. Cole was shooting at Jay on his last album, on this new recent album. I don't know. It almost seems like when I hear him talk about J. Cole, even for 40-something seconds, it sounds like that dad who loves his son, but he know his son been fucking up, but he don't want to say nothing too crazy about him. Like, that's the vibe I got from it, because it's one of those situations where it's not even a really big topic. It's not something that everybody talks about as of late, but you can just tell it's an issue. And it's kind of crazy to me how I can feel it, but it's not like we ever saw Jay-Z and J. Cole together all the time, right? We seen them in passing, but I think it's the few times we did see them together, you could tell the respect level that was there between those two men. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that, but y'all tell me what y'all thought about everything we talked about today. Shout out to Jay for coming out here and speaking. You know, after he had that lawsuit situation, I think it's refreshing to see him speak and to show people he's not this monster that somebody or a lot of y'all try to make him out to be Illuminati and all this other crazy stuff. He like, yo, I'm a regular dude. Not to mention, I think a lot of people forget husband, father. You know what I mean? I feel like those things at a certain point in time should take you out of the public eye for a little bit of time. And I think that's what Jay has been focusing on too. Similar to a lot of the stuff that Kendrick has been preaching about for years. You know, at a certain time, an artist has to sit back and say, I gotta handle my responsibilities as a man. So y'all tell me what y'all thought about this, man. Like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.